I want you to go to next page, page 13. Go to page 13. That's listening. Listening, I sent to your WhatsApp listening 34 and listening 35. That's for you. I want you to listen both listenings very carefully and choose the correct answer for them. Answer number 1, number 2, number 3, 4, and 5. Try to answer them. And also for 35, listen about number 1, 2, 3, and 4, and complete these words or sentences. It says, what does she say, Linda? What does she say about Venice? What does she say what they did there? The cost of the holiday, her next holiday. I want you to complete, please. Now, let's continue number 4. Number 4 is past simple about regular and irregular verbs. It said, what is the past simple of these verbs? Remember, we are on page number 12. Number 12, exercise number 4. Exercise number 4. Here. Good. Now, here's the question. What is the past simple of these verbs, either regular or irregular verbs? Check your answers in Joe's test. Well, it says, here you've got these verbs. Go, spend, want, stay, know, sunbathe, begin, live, be, think, argue, and take. Those verbs are the infinitive form. So I want you to put these verbs into the past simple form. As I told you in the morning through Edmodo, is that you've got in your book the last page a list of irregular verbs. Irregular verbs. What's the difference? You know, if we talk about regular verbs, and on the other side we've got irregular verbs. What is it? For example, when you say a regular verb, to talk about the simple past, what you have to do, you have to only add ed, like a play, played. Only add ed. Another example, for example, the verb live. Live. If you want to talk about the past, you should say lived. Live. Final word e. The only have you have to do, you have to add the letter d, and that's lived. Another one, for example, work. When you want to talk about the simple past in the past, you use the word worked. Only add consonant, you have to add ed. But if you want to talk about the past and you're going to use an irregular verb, what does it mean? That the verb is different from the infinitive form. For example, the most common is the verb go. If you want to refer to the past, what you have to do, you have to write the simple parts of the verb. It is went, it's different. So in this kind of verbs, as irregular, you don't have to add ed. What you have to do, you have to put the correct form in the simple past. Another verb, for example, it is according to your test, buy. Like buy souvenirs, buy. But the simple past is bought. Another verb is speak. For example, speak English, speak Spanish. If you want to refer to the past, you have to say it spoke. And there are several more verbs. But both of them refers to the past. On the last page from your book, you will find a long list from irregular verbs. And you have to learn them by heart, right? So there are a long list, and including the verbs that you've got on this page from your book, on page number 12. So going back to your page, and it says, go. I will put the simple parts of this list that you've got here. And I will put it over here. Right. Number 1, go. Simple past is went. Continue with spend. Spend, simple past is spent. Want is a regular verb, so it is wanted. Next one, stay. Stay, like I stay in a hotel, you said stayed. Continue with know. Simple past is knew. That's the regular verb. Sunbathe. Sunbathe, you said sunbathe. Is regular verb. Continue with begin. Simple past is begun. Leave. Leave, simple past is left. Be, we've got the two forms in simple past. It is was or were. It's the big past. Think. Thought. And then continue with argue. Is argue. It's a regular verb. Argued. And take. The simple past it is took. And those are the answers for exercise number 4 for the past simple of this verse. Now, there are some verbs in simple past in the reading. Now you can underline them, but that's for you. Now, we are on page 128, and we will talk about the use of the simple past. When do we use the simple past? When do we use the simple past with regular and irregular verbs? And it says regular, on the other side you've got irregular verbs. Example, in an affirmative sentence we've got I stayed with friends. Negative, I didn't stay in a hotel. Questions, did you stay for the weekend? As a question, we've got an affirmative or negative. An affirmative, we said, yes, I did, as a short answer, or no, I didn't. Question words, where did you stay? In irregular verbs, we can use in this form. We went to Brazil on holiday. Negatives, we didn't go to Sao Paulo. And then we can say the question, did you go to Rio? Negative, no, we didn't. Why did you go there? Now, let's explain a little bit that